there was no hope. Even those that had 5 to life, 7 to life, they had a definite sentence. Life in prison meant exactly that, like you were gonna die in prison.
I was telling people, hey, this was my sentence, it's 29 years to life, and they was like, man, you got an L, you got a life sentence, you're never going home. 17 years old, and they tell you your life is over, this is the rest of your life. How do you take that in? How do you really understand that? You can't really understand that.
I remember seeing this dingy yellow wall day after day after day, and I thought, this is it. This is how I'm going to die.
Things can change. So I just prayed for that change to come.
I started with the project in 1984. It was a dark time for incarcerated people in California. We went through a number of years without having a tremendous amount of success in terms of having our clients being actually released.
When I came to PCJP, we had been working with women in prison for almost a decade. Women serving life terms who had done all of the work to rehabilitate so that they could be safely released to the community, which is what the law says they are entitled to. And over, the parole board, or eventually the governor, would say no.
I came from Chicago at the age of 23 with 2 young children, separated from my husband, came to California in hopes of building a better life for myself and my kids, and met someone that led me in a direction that I ended up committing the crime that I was sent to prison for.
Sandra Davis Lawrence was the perfect example of someone who had committed a very serious crime, but had done all of the work, had remarkable rehabilitation, and under the laws deserved to go home.
The effect of the Lawrence decision was a sea change for incarcerated individuals in California. They finally had a real hope of being found suitable and being released from custody and going home.
Our win in the Lawrence case changed everything. It moved us for the first time in the direction of a more fair process. A fair parole process motivates people to change, to do the hard work, to hope, to come out of the darkness and despair.
I knew about PCJP from before I was in law school. I came to law school to do this work, to become a public defender. I visited, I heard Heidi speak, and I knew that it was where I was meant to be.
We all have prejudices, right? And I think I envisioned seeing a lawyer that day. So, internally, I believe I processed that in the worst way that I could, like what that represented for my opportunities or what have you. But yeah, nothing could be further from the truth.
We teach our students to represent their clients as lawyers, even though they're still in law school.
I saw students doing real legal work on behalf of real clients, and I wanted to be a part of it right away.
It felt like a little brain trust for working through a case and really coming together with a group of people with the same drive, the same care for the client.
One of the most essential parts of the clinic is developing trust with your clients and being able to tell their story in a convincing way.
I don't know what they would do without the students. Students, they're great. They come in and they're helping you and they're learning. So it's not like attorney and client, it's like a partnership.
They showed compassion, they showed empathy, they were there in it with us. In fact, that's where I heard my name, is through a student. They called me by my name. And in prison, we're a number. So to hear my name meant so much.
It's that you get that hope, that sense that there's somebody out there who's gonna fight for me, who's really gonna give me a chance.
They saw the good in me when everybody else saw the worst. They're looking at me saying, you can do this.
before I went to prison, I never heard of people getting sentenced to life without, or these terms where they wasn't coming home. And then suddenly it just changed, and it changed with my generation. And when I got to prison, there was a lot of youth just like me.
For decades, California has been sending 14, 15, 16, and 17-year-olds into the adult system to receive extreme adult sentences. And the work we've done has created opportunities for tens of thousands of people to see the parole board and have just an opportunity to go home.
When I met Heidi Romo, she said, "We will be with you to the very end. We won't abandon you." Those words were something that I had always longed to hear. We won't abandon you. We'll be with you to the very end. And that was for me the beginning of hope that one day I could come home again.